Bitcoin did move into lower levels here exactly as I yesterday warned about if we are not reclaiming the $89,000 level. Now, there is one level in particular that Bitcoin needs to hold to prevent further downside. But I warn you, it's not looking good. Let's go. Thank you guys for tuning in here on this Tuesday. I almost thought again it's fucking Monday. So we jump directly into today's chart here, looking at the DXY. The DXY is losing strength and is moving into lower levels here, getting closer and closer to the 98 points mark. So, but this is right now not the reason, or only a really small reason why Bitcoin is going back to the upside. The real reason why the dollar starts falling here is because of the interest rate hike in Japan that everybody is expecting, which is weakening the dollar. So the dollar goes down and the yen goes up at the same time. So let's actually have a look here at the yen, what the yen is doing right now. Just need to find which way around this actually is. Yeah, you see the yen is going up, the dollar is going down. This is exactly what I mean, you know. So this is because of the interest rate hike that is coming up on my Friday early night. Yeah, early night is when this is coming up. So they're expecting 0.25%. I mentioned this a couple of days ago, and yesterday's drop had nothing to do with that. Some people might want to argue that this is one of the reasons why we went down yesterday. No, this came too early, you know, too early. That has nothing to do with the interest rate hike, that people are unwinding already prematurely their positions, that they're de-risking. No, that was not the reason. There was also no technical reason when you look at the chart why we should have broken down. The only reason why we went down is something that I had mentioned before, and I actually forgot now to pull up the right chart for this, but I'm gonna get this for you here one more time. Just a second, it's loading. There, so there we have it. I have it again. Let me open this here in a new tab. Here, there's your reason. Jane Street, 10 a.m. every day. They hit us again yesterday. So that is what happened here. Jane Street, it happened at 9:50 actually. I was on a call with one of my students, highly successful guy, makes good money, but of course right now he's also suffering a little bit, but overall he's still profitable. And we were talking about this, and we were seeing this live unfolding. So, and I have now found out, or I have seen, that they are doing this between 9:30 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's not always 10 a.m., but between 9:30 and 11 a.m. in the US, that's when they are usually moving the market down. So you can, of course, clearly see this here, even on a weekly chart. We are getting now rejected from the 0.65618 level, the yellow box here, which was really crucial that we come up here this week and stay at least within that to get continuation the following week. Now we see a rejection. There is still a little bit of time to turn us around, but we are running out of time, guys. We are running out of time to manage to get here back above $89,000 and get continuation. So, but if here on the daily chart, so this is what I want to say, on the daily chart, you can also clearly see that we are seeing that we saw yesterday a strong rejection from the downward sloping trend line, and then today a small bounce here back to the upside. So why did we bounce? Because here is an underlying support level that we hit not only yesterday but also today, and pushed here back to the upside. Now if that level breaks, which is basically $85,000, it's game over, guys. You know, lose $85,000, we will come back to revisit the $80,000 low, potentially break that and go into the 70,000s at that point if we lose that level. So what would I do currently is I would, of course, first of all, there's no way that I would open currently a trade from current price levels. There are levels that I'm watching currently for trades that I'm gonna get into here in a second, but we are still a little bit in no man's land. So something else that we need to factor in here is that rising wedge pattern that I had previously pointed out when we were like kind of here. And then I was like, okay, now it starts more looking like an ascending triangle, which it still technically does. But if you go here with the confluence of a rising wedge pattern, we just broke it down, confirmed the breakdown. And if we are not coming back here into this rising wedge pattern in the next 24 hours, then this is confirmed and will lead to continuation back here into the underlying support of $81,600 to $76,700. Somewhere in that area, I expect definitely Bitcoin to bounce back to the upside, but we will visit these levels down here. I'm not expecting that we are breaking through this, even with like a interest rate decision in Japan to increase the rate. But with the rate decision together, we could definitely see here a move into this level before you get any reaction back to the upside. Now here on the 4-hourly chart is one of the levels that I wanted to show you where you can technically take a short-term scalp trade from, but I would really trade this as a scalp trade. And that is basically here from $87,000 600. So only if we break that level, then you can take a trade. And the trade stops, I'm gonna show that to you. So that's why it's a scalp. You will not make a lot of money on this. Like 2.2%, you know, is the move. With a stop loss here of like here, kinda at $86,657. That's what you're looking at. So why exactly that specific setup? Because if Bitcoin manages to break not only above $87,600 and also tap here into the EMA ribbon, every single time, guys, I can show it to you here in a moment, every single time when we come back into the EMA ribbon, we go most of the time to the top of the ribbon, get from there a rejection, so we put in a wick and then come back down, and then you get continuation to the downside. So, and I think the same thing is going to play out here again, and at the same time you have here also an imbalance, a massive imbalance that need to be closed out here in this 4-hourly candle, which again points to the fact that we're going to see at some point a move to the top of the EMA ribbon to confirm the bearishness of it, then turn around and then go lower, especially like I just said with the rate cut coming up. So if you want to take that trade, guys, do it right now on Margex. You know, guys, I have trades running on Margex. I forgot to log in here to show you them, but yeah, so that's why I'm currently trading. There is a new Telegram group, guys, where I mainly talk about mindset but also share trades. If you want to be part of that Telegram group, then sign up on Margex and send an email to info@amcrypto.us with your user ID. You know, so really important, we need your user ID, and deposit at least $250. Only then you get access to that group. Again, I talk a lot about mindset because mindset will become more and more important now if we are actually going into a prolonged sideways range where Bitcoin is just doing this for another 2-3 months, you know. So, and it will ruin your mental health if you are not in the right mindset and can take advantage of these moves, you know. So that's why in this new channel, Telegram channel, I'm gonna talk a lot of mindset, drop a lot of knowledge there, a lot of video lessons that were previously in programs that I had, and like I said, still trading setups will be also shared, but only in that specific channel. So info@amcrypto.us if you want access to this channel, and otherwise, if you can reach out on Telegram, you can write me on Telegram for this. So now let's go back here. And let's go to liquidation heat map. So here on the liquidation heat map, you see there is some liquidity that we definitely will come for at $87,820 here on the monthly chart. And from there, we're going to get a short squeeze, most likely all the way up here to $89,600. So that's, yeah, $560 roughly. But everything above here is, in my opinion, bull trap territory right now, especially if this is happening in the next coming hours or in the next 2 days, you know. So everything in the next 2 days, consider this a fake out and just a prop up for price to not draw down as much as it would draw down with the interest rate hike in Japan. So there is 2 scenarios right now. Either we get the rate hike in Japan that basically the market is already counting on, or we get a pause. And if we get a pause, then the market will absolutely go crazy and we break parabolic to the upside and we are back here at like $95,000. If we're not getting this, expect that we are scratching on the lower, on the higher $70,000 range, you know, exactly on the green box that I had shown here earlier. Here, this will be where we are heading. So I'm gonna map this out quickly for you guys. So here, up, this, up, down. So this is what right now, if nothing is changing, is gonna happen. So, and with anticipating a rate hike in Japan. So if we're not getting a rate hike, then you're looking at something like this. Not that high, you know, but like kind of like this. So then that's the other path that you're looking at. So there's only these two scenarios right now, you know. So either interest rate hike and we go down, or no interest rate hike and we break parabolic to the upside. So in that parabolic move, I can promise you already, if we break parabolic here by Friday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, here, this kind of will look like this, straight up. And guys, 60 people here on the stream. Smash up the like button, guys. Smash up the like button. We need more people here on the stream. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, guys. So, if you want to trade in this volatile market, guys, then you can also do this here on WEEX. Again, I have still money parked on the side. You know, I'm still not willing to add here more to the trade. I'm waiting for potentially breaking lower, and then I will do this. Because my liquidation price is still fine, and I'm gonna add more money here if I need to, you know. So I'm still riding this out right now. If you want to trade on Margex, on WEEX, guys, you get $800 for free if you bind your phone, email address, download the app, and deposit $500. You know, so don't forget this. You get $800 for free. Then you can take the $500 back. Just trade with the $800 that you get absolutely for free. Now on the 50 minutes chart here, you can, was this the 50 minutes chart yesterday? Yes, I think so. Yeah, I was like, what's going on here? That looked different earlier. So here, I warned about this. Actually, let's leave it here I warned about this yesterday when we were up here. Because we were up here yesterday, when before we broke down. Where I said to you guys, wait for that golden cross. You know, there was a huge chance that we are rolling over. I warned about this, that we are rolling over. What I did not anticipate was that we are breaking that fast, that low. You know, we went way lower than what I was thinking. But the overall direction was correct. You know, when I called it, said, hey, be careful here. You know, so if this is not turning out to be a golden cross, it will roll over. And we start dumping, and this is exactly what happened here. So now we are coming up again for another attempt. This will be only in my opinion, considered a real attempt if we are breaking in the next 2 hours above $87,400. This needs to happen here in the next 2 hours to set the stage for a proper golden cross here that will open us up for short-term continuation to the $89,000, $90,000 level. If this is not happening, then I see also here this whole move just as a bull trap, where we are rolling over again, come back down to the 50 moving average, breaking lower, and then you have full continuation to the downside. Because here on the indicators, this is not looking good, you know. So this looks like that we are hitting here resistance, and then we are ready to continue to move downwards. On the 4-hourly chart, things look a little bit more bullish when it comes to the MACD and the stochastic RSI, but the RSI also not looking too good, but also not too bad. You know, it's just going sideways because we are facing right now resistance, which was previously support at $87,353. So also here, that is a problem right now. You know, we need to break that level so that we can get the continuation and fill that imbalance of this candle here. So, and as long as we're not doing that, it's a problem in the market. So, and you definitely need to be aware of that. So, and right now, if this is not here in the coming hours changing, and we see here the next 4-hourly kind of moving to the downside, you can technically short from here, you know, from like 87,000, what is this, 87,000, $86,000, 940. Yeah, $86,940 is where you can short that from. And you can target basically $85,000, something like that. You know, full retracement back down here, potential continuation into the interest rate decision for the Bank of Japan. Because if that level is not broken, this is now one of the most important levels that needs to be broken here. And if that turns into resistance, straight continuation. There's no way around this. So I want to check quick. What was this here? 14, so in 2 hours. In 1.5 hours. So I want to put here a marker for myself. There. So yesterday was at 9:30 when it happened. 9:30, 11. So yeah, oh here. Yeah, that was like 9:30 yesterday when that drop started. So here, same window again, but I put it for myself on a 5-minute chart. So I want a little bit more space here to see what's happening. So let's see here what happens in that window later. So, but yeah, most likely, small move to the upside here, running into this, and bang, once again, getting slammed. At least that's what I'm expecting right now. It would be really surprising if there's something coming out in the next 30 minutes from the US that the market does something like this. So total free market cap, also still barely holding on to $836 billion here at the support level. Tomorrow's candle needs to start pushing here back to the upside to put in a reversal pattern. If that's not happening, also here we go back to $778 billion, which will be really bad for altcoins. I must say most altcoins have already completely regained what they lost yesterday. Not all of them, but some of them. So for example, Ethereum did not do that. You know, if you look here at Ethereum where it was yesterday, see at $3,166, we're at $2,950 basically. But there are some altcoins that actually did this. So here Ethereum also looking bearish right now. So here is potential bear flag where you can trade the continuation. So here 2,740 to $2,778. So I will tell you. Let me see. No, Michael Saylor doesn't have a liquidation at $74,000. So his he has no liquidation price. You know, people think that he has a leveraged position. The position is not on leverage that he has. He holds spot. So he can hold this until Bitcoin hits $10. You know, nobody cares. You know, so this is all nonsense that he gets liquidated at some point. It's nonsense. So here, what we need to mention with that level here, this is really, really strong macro support for Ethereum. So if we are breaking here lower, below $2,900, I would set limit orders here, to be honest. You know, so this is almost a 10% drop. Okay, it's like a 7% drop, but still a 7% drop in Ethereum. If you hit this level here and you can catch it, amazing. You know, amazing level to accumulate or to open swing positions from on leverage. So, and I will show you here why with the VPVR. Look here. There, just closely below under this is the point of control. So bulls are still in control here on the daily chart, technically. And here, that cluster here of the VPVR is why we are going to stay above that level afloat. You know, so here, that green box is more or less the same thing. And you see, we get only wicks into that box, and then we straight back to the upside. And the whole move here to pass to almost $5,000 came also from that area when we broke above that. So on a macro structure right now, this might be just another retest before we get another run for Ethereum. So let it have another retest, load up here, and trade the continuation to the upside. So I don't see us breaking much below that area here with all the support that is stacked, you know, in that region. Also, the indicators overall looking not bad. Stochastic looks like that we are bottoming out here today. RSI going sideways. MACD looks like continuation. So on Ethereum overall doesn't look that bad. So then Solana also moving back into the upside. Yesterday 135 was the level from where we start pulling down. Is definitely trying to move here back to the upside. If we can close today at $128.26, that will allow Solana to start ranging here in that former support area. So it is technically now still support because we reclaimed that with the current 4-hourly candle, but it needs to stay there. Then we start ranging here, and then we get at some point also here the continuation move. Lose that range that we're currently trading in, and we will go sub $120 really fast. Then Dash is surprisingly one of the coins that is doing quite well. Has reclaimed yesterday's levels already, I think. I just want to make sure. Or was this here the high yesterday? Monday. Yeah, that was the high yesterday. Okay, we're close. You know, we're like 5% away. But this is one of the coins that's the closest to yesterday's high compared to where they are today. You know, so today, in the last 5 hours, it has completely retraced all the losses, you know, that, from yesterday. Now, when we're looking at some other coins, so yeah, Wave always doing good when Bitcoin is going down. Something that you also should keep in mind. Let's look here. I want to see. Oh, MNT also technically not doing that bad. Let's see, Hyperliquid. Ah, here's my Hyperliquid chart that I had before. So when were we the last time that low on Hyperliquid? Wow. Are we at the macro level? Yeah, so here also key level currently where Hyperliquid is sitting at. So lose $27 and we will drop really quickly to $24. So another 10% down. So I can definitely imagine that this is gonna happen if we are getting that interest rate hike in Japan. That even Hyperliquid will drop here like another 10%. So, and this is also a little bit crazy because Hyperliquid always does buybacks when the market is falling. But here, look at this drop yesterday. You know, so even Hyperliquid was not able to soften that drop, you know, for Hyperliquid holders, because there was just too much sell pressure in the market that was caused here. So, and don't be fooled, you know, Jane Street has also a lot of other coins than Bitcoin, you know, they were also airdrop farming. So they have also everything that has a name that was farmed for airdrops. Optimism, Arbitrum, Hyperliquid, you know, so all these coins, they have them too, you know, so, and they have them to play their games with these projects. So don't be mistaken, you know, and think that they have only Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. No, they have also other coins, you know, and that's a big problem with such big players in the market, you know, that they have so much liquidity that they can basically push the price in their direction. So, so here Hyperliquid, overall, not looking too good here. Not looking too good. Let me see, how long am I here right now already? I started 20, 40. Okay, yeah, I stay a little bit longer around here. 15. Okay, 2 coins, guys. Give me 2 coins in the chat that I should have a look at. Gonna do that quick before I'm leaving. Come on, guys. 2 coins in the chat. Wow, it seems the internet to be slow again, man. Okay, Cardano. I'm gonna take the first 2 that are popping up in the chat, you know, because like it's so crazy how long it takes. I just did Bitcoin. So yeah, I can have a look at Sonic, but I think Sonic looks ass, you know, but I can't check. Cardano holding on to that support level here at 38 cents, so that is actually good. Also, that is a macro level, you know, so if I go here a little bit further back, See here, there, support. If I can, so let me put this on a daily chart or 12-hourly chart. Let me see how much further. So, yeah, so that 38-cent level is also a crucial level. Look here, over there, over there. So as long as we are above 38 cents, it's not looking too bad. And if this candle actually can turn green today, this might be a bottoming candle, short term, short term. So I would potentially even risk taking a trade from here if that candle turns green today. You know, so it needs to turn green, close green. Then I would be incentivized to take a small trade here, but only like to 40 cents. You know, here to 40 cents, 56, not higher than that. You know, I will not keep this any longer than that. So let me see here. Sonic. Let me see Sonic. I did not do Sonic in a long time. Where's my Sonic chart? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we lost 12 cents. That was a really, really important level to hold. And we lost that. Let's see, when were we the last time that low? Was Sonic ever that low? No. Wow. That's crazy. So, yeah, this, I would not touch that right now, you know, so this is crazy. So I think with Sonic, it is technically looking like that it's front running some coins, the way that it's shaping this doji candle here. But right now I would not touch that, you know, even if it starts pumping tomorrow, you know, and puts a reversal pattern in, I would not touch that. Not unless it breaks this downward sloping trend line. So and that is like another 7% from where it is now. Yeah, 8.75. So I will not touch it before it breaks 9 cents. Because 9 cents is a strong resistance, first of all, because of here. If I just hold this, you see that here. And it could get rejected from there and then just go and fill completely the wick here to the downside. So yeah, right now I would definitely not touch that. Let's see. I want to see here. So let's say this is the low here. Yeah. Yeah, 12. So if it breaks the trend line, 12 cents is the target back to the upside. So, but yeah, it needs to break that downward sloping trend line. So then, like, a move to 12% is nice. You know, this is like a 25% move from breaking that trend line here all the way up there, maybe even more. Let's have a look here. 9 cents there. Yeah, 30, almost 36%. So that is something that I would be trading, you know, but yeah, before it breaks 9 cents in a trend line, I would not really be interested. On a weekly chart, it must look, yeah, looks heavily overextended, and there might be also at some point a massive revenge pump coming, you know, because this is here oversold on the RSI. The MACD is turning around. The stochastic put in a buy signal, so another week or two, you know. I think that a lot of altcoins gonna explode here when the rate cut, the interest rate decision for a hike or a pause came out in Japan, and even if we drop on Friday and get a rate hike, I think after that weekend, after this weekend into Christmas, I think then you're gonna get crazy pumps in the market, and especially over Christmas, because nobody's there, you know, and nobody is there to trade, or not a lot of people are there to trade, and then it will catch the whole market off guard, you know. So there, I would be not surprised to see like market maker games like that, where they do it over Christmas, where everybody is not at the computer at all, you know, and with their family unwrapping, yeah, presents and shit, you know. So, and exactly then they're gonna slam us with like a massive revenge pump, and nobody is there to take advantage of it. So guys, that's it for today. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. I have to run here to do some other stuff, but thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I'm gonna see you again tomorrow.